I just made like this really weird sandwich. It's too bad that I ate it already. I should have waited to eat it. Nasty step back 3.
Okay.
Why didn't I just react to this? What happened? This was a really nasty step back 3. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Wow.
Just watch TED. Boring. TEDx boring. TEDx boring. The habits of highly boring people. They give talks at TEDx Carlton U. They watch TED Talks. The habits of highly boring people.
And he said, be boring and orderly in your life, that you may be violent and original. And when I originally heard that quote, I thought it was a contradiction. Boring
Intentional
and
community.
exciting. But I thought more about it, and I realized
Pulling
it wasn't
troops
about
out,
being
except for the ones that are guarding the poppy
boring people
fields.
they are unexciting. That's the definition. It was
You
about
know.
doing boring things.
Except
And
for
that
the poppy
sometimes we
field
could do
ones.
boring,
Don't
less
worry
exciting
about
stuff.
things you shouldn't
But
really
what they
matter.
allowed us
Shut
to
up.
do is focus
Write things down
They
because
allowed us to
otherwise
do
you'll
more
forget.
amazing things.
Stephen King on writing
So that
things
structure
down.
was great,
Stephen King
as I originally
on
thought it was.
notebook
Structure was
ideas.
actually an
Remember,
enabler.
important. Stephen King on why he doesn't
So I thought about boring
keep a
people.
notebook.
We
Writer's
skip
notebook
right by
is the
them.
best
We try and be
way
exciting right away.
in the world
We
to
don't worry
immortalize
about doing that
bad
structure
ideas.
practice.
Write it down because otherwise you'll forget.
Nothing
Thanks,
exciting.
Grace. What the
That's the way
fuck do you know? Instructional strategies.
We have a lot to unpack and get through, so if I'm
Wow.
going too fast, you can feel free to come back to it at a later
Sorry, I'm too old for this video.
Like this? Wow.
Wow.
right now. A little bit about me. I'm my first ebook. Very, very passionate about showing my
That's
students how
incredible.
to unlock their
Not-
potential. So you feeling like you are living
I'm
your life's
passionate.
potential and getting all.
Why are you afraid of me watching this?
COVID-19 is no
Why are you
different
so
than
threatened by
That's
the
what the
thought
study
of
shows.
me
You know what
watching
mainstream
this?
reported? This
They
is
call
more
this
rampant than we thought.
the American
Well, of course it is.
challenge.
Actually,
The
that's
first
The Great
words out of my
American
mouth was,
Challenge,
oh my God.
idiot.
This massive tool
Stanford study said that we think it's
is
much more widespread,
11 inches
but the
in
death
length.
rate
To top that off, it's also 8.5 inches in
But you know what it means
circumference.
right now? A lot of flame out of
That,
parachute.
and obviously waterproof.
We've heard this type
It's
of
not
and
waterproof.
kind of jelly.
Wow.
They're now
Because if
adding
you are,
numbers to it. In other words,
you want something
Wow.
pretty big.
deaths weren't sufficient.
I don't know
Wow.
where you're going to
So
find
they now have
something
enough nurses and
that
doctors change
Sorry, I
gives
wasn't
you a
listening.
good run
after the
time.
Wow.
patient died. The only way that you can
Wow.
by keeping them
Sorry.
from the power of knowledge. The one
Wow.
thing that nobody can control is mind.
Wow, this looks so boring.
To the
Wow.
virtual tour
Sorry,
of
I wasn't listening.
communities.
Wow.
Excellent to have all of you with us. Everyone who's coming into the Zoom
Wow.
event. 300 people registered for this event.
Wow.
I think it's and I live at an eco-village in Vermont.
What is this?
This is an event
De salvavidas. Este se le descubre a la presentadora.
and
Aquí la gesto no nosotros que vamos a ver. Aquí la periodista está entrevistando al creador de un magnífico castillo de arena a escala, con muchos detalles realistas, cuya elaboración fue en 16 días. La reportera en
La
un
noche se ilumina, tiene luces. Sí,
It's not
por
funny.
ejemplo, aquí arriba
Creating
es que es
affordable
increíble.
co-housing.
Katia,
No,
con un
this is so boring. Wait, what?
o la persona
Oh, wow.
con personal. Esta es una nota conducida por la pantalla.
Oh, it's not in Spanish.
So,
That was interesting.
so Katie's going to be
Non, I prefer non-English entertainment. Oh,
or you yourself.
ow. He's like, ow, my ass. After I just subscribed to UJ's Premium. This is me when I was just fired from my job at UJ's. This is my face when I was fired from my job as back-end developer for UJ's, creating an affordable co-housing community. Like stomping. What is this show called? Cero and conducta.
Maybe.
Cero and conducta.
Foundationally important
This is so boring.
Pero si mientras tiene un taco de trompa con
fundamentally.
I haven't seen it in a long time. What is the name of the show? Cero and conducta. This is funny Hispanics or any Spanish place funny show. This just reminded me of my babysitter. The shit was funny. No wonder why there's so many. This was 10 years ago, but fuck you.
Si no me batice.
It's always like slapping him. Go back to when everyone was getting slapped. It's like, ow, my ass. Remove distractions. No. Let me just get started removing my distractions. I'm gonna need to remove my distractions first. I'm gonna need to remove distractions first. The power of removing distractions.
Wherever you may be, whatever you may be doing, just push aside and distractions.
Wait, what happened?
For the next 2 hours,
I'm gonna need to remove distractions. I'll be right back. No, you won't.
¿Dónde está América?
Animals and insects used to torture felon
Si no
dogs.
me batice.
Wait, why? Why am I? What are the comments? They're like, I killed myself because this was so boring.
Yo no digo de largo. Digo de ancho.
Boring. Thinking about joining an intentional community? No. Am I thinking of joining an intentional community? It's like, I'm thinking of joining the Mayo Clinic. A resident. Social cohesion and teamwork. Ew. Wow. An intentional community. Residents are selected by community's existing membership rather than real estate agents or landowners. I targeted my genitals. Ants. Ants. What intentional community are y'all in? What intentional community are they in? Perception of reality was so different as a kid. Yeah, you weren't shielded from reality. I think I'm going through COVID PTSD, trying to revisit my childhood. Maybe not. The older I get, the more I miss the innocent times in life. I'm 50 years old and still love commercials. People think I'm crazy. Yeah, you are. I wish I had the power to travel through time. Saturday mornings with a big bowl of cereal, playing games, or watching some cartoons. Me too. I remember watching The Smurfs on Saturday mornings. Wish I could go back at least for a little while. Playing with Lego sets in the living room. Wow. Waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning. I was born in the 2000s, but I really enjoyed watching these. They were so soothing. I've never seen them before. The 80s were amazing. Carbohydrate consumption rose in the 80s. People getting fatter and fatter. Commercials are not grounded in reality. Amazing that the kids in these commercials are now knocking on the door of the dreaded 4-0. The kids in these commercials are now knocking on the door of the dreaded 4-0. Ageism is so gross. Nowadays, smoking sections in restaurants seem obsolete. I miss the smell of cigarette smoke and pizza at our local pizza hut. Reminds me of when I was young and my aunt and uncle would take me and my cousins there after church. Agree. Me and my friends would sit at a bar in a seafood restaurant and drink beers and smoke. It was normal. Everyone did it. Right up until around 2000 or 2001. That's when everything changed. The Clinton administration was the last of the good years. Everything has gone downhill since. Today's world is just plain scary. Politically speaking, the ball started rolling with George H.W.B. Kept rolling with Slick Willie, and then when 9/11 happened, they figured out how much they could take away in the name of the boogeyman. Here we are now, and our new boogeyman has us afraid of almost everything, so we gladly give up more freedoms. Man, I miss the 80s. Now that I'm 34 years old, a blast from the past. I'm 44. Wow. Forgotten all about the Kellogg's Frosted commercial. Did you say Cosby?
Cosby starting off a night of family fun.
Cosby.
Thursday it's Cosby starting off a night of family fun. They leave it to family ties to keep the laughs coming.
Cosby.
Then on Cheers, will Norm Fink on a friend to get a promotion?
I'm too old.
Thursday.
Leanne Hunley's been nominated for a Daytime Emmy. Now see if she wins for the 13th Annual Daytime Emmy Awards Thursday.
In the midst of military change,
I was born in 1978.
That's great.
Wow.
No, I wouldn't consider switching diapers.
Nita Hardy compared her
What's your capture word for? What values you crop the frame? That's a lot of degradations. It would have been nice if it were captured losses. Thanks for pointing that out, Butthole. What have you uploaded, Butthole? Let's see the incredible video quality of your videos. Oprah Winfrey. Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? How have I never watched this? Whitney Houston, Whoopi Goldberg, Jason Alexander. What? The Wonderful World of Disney. She's like, you get a prince. You get a prince. You get a prince. Dude, I want to watch this so bad. Unfathomable worms. Unfathomable worms. Jason Alexander and Oprah and Whitney Houston are in the same movie. What the fuck? Oh, wow. How have I not watched that?
Wow.
I would give body parts to see Betacam SP transfers of Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, me too. Oh, ew. What the fuck? What the fuck? My life yesterday, I started back working. I'm doing a 12-hour shift for 4 days. Since yesterday, I haven't slept a good 8 hours. They've been hitting me with this low-frequency microwave bullshit. But like I said, my motto for 2020, I will survive. God, I want everything in this playlist. I'm sure this is an amazing playlist. I wish I had videotaped myself eating the sandwich that I made earlier. It was incredible. I gotta make a sandwich eating. Is there a way to 3D print an android and then send the 3D printer to Mars? And print the android or cyborg Mars, along with a DARPA supercomputer with human algorithms and one's human consciousness to then explore the planets by downloading the scientists and others biologists to further our planetary understanding? Yes. Wow, and this is really what I want to watch. Not wear bright orange and black only. The orange color code means there is a danger to them all, to stop the murders. Black reflects their wickedness. These colors will protect you. Most of all, pray to Christ. He uses his Hebrew name, Yeshua. Why would you ask this? Is there a way to 3D print an android and then send the 3D printer to Mars and print the android or cyborg Mars along with a DARPA supercomputer with human algorithms and one's human consciousness to then explore the planets by downloading scientists and others, biologists, etc., to further our planetary understanding?
Yes.
Yeah.
I lived in Asheville for years and spent a lot of time.
Hidden secret skills. Press the circle of the message person. Open the tomb of reading. The playlist and the program on the phone can be archived. They going to call you insane. Don't trust the police. Unfathomable worms. Unfathomable worms. This is boring. You don't want to watch this. Top 20 inventions of change music. 1. The dildo. The dildo. It's like, that's a lot of degradations. Yeah, well, thank you for providing video with minimal amount of degradations. What the fuck happened to your hand? Wait, what? Oh, he's literally upside down. Whoa. Are those more unfathomable worms?
Someone bought you for $12? Did you ever think about that?
It's like, not really. It didn't really cross my mind. I guess they don't have time for this.
The answer is just take everybody's children.
Oh, it's like still isn't it?
Existed for 2 years and made a lot of progress. I share that progress with you today and kind of tell you where we're at.